The Strait of Hormuz is recognized as one of the most dangerous and critical pressure points on Earth. This narrow passage of water holds immense geopolitical and economic importance, making it a focal point of international concern. Geographically, the Strait of Hormuz is a narrow corridor situated between Iran and Oman at the entrance to the Persian Gulf. The strait's primary significance lies in its vital role for the global energy supply, acting as a crucial shipping choke point. A vast share of the world's crude oil passes directly through this strait, making its security non-negotiable for global markets. Much of the crude oil transiting the strait is destined for Asia, supplying major economies and powering regional development. Its location ensures high geopolitical significance, involving regional powers and international interests. The Strait of Hormuz is often accurately described as a, quote, global fault line, marking a volatile boundary between opposing geopolitical forces. To maintain security and stability, warships from multiple nations patrol the waters constantly, ready to respond to any disruption. Sophisticated radar stations are strategically positioned to track all movement within the strait, ensuring real-time surveillance of the narrow passage. The Strait of Hormuz remains a critical and dangerous choke point, essential for global energy and a constant reminder of international tensions. Welcome to an in-depth analysis of Hormuz, the geopolitics and naval strategy unfolding in one of the world's most confined and critical seas. This region, often synonymous with tension, is a crucible of global trade, energy supply, and complex international relations. Hormuz sits at the nexus of major continents, a narrow waterway bordered by nations whose interests are often in sharp conflict. Its strategic importance cannot be overstated. A vast percentage of global maritime traffic and energy transit relies on the secure passage through this confined sea. In this modern era, naval strategy here has moved far beyond traditional warships. It's a game of asymmetric warfare and high-tech surveillance. Satellites watch from above. Every vessel, every movement is tracked in near real time, providing an unforgiving clarity to the strategic environment. The threat matrix is complex. Fast attack craft, coastal missiles, drones, and naval mines turn this confined sea into a precarious maze for all vessels. This confined sea has become a field of calculation, where advanced technology and tactical precision dictate the movement of every ship, military or commercial. In this intense strategic environment, every route feels exposed. The proximity of hostile actors and modern weaponry leaves no safe margin for error. Every signal matters. Intelligence gathering, electronic warfare, and secure communication are absolutely critical to maintaining a tactical edge. The stability of Hormuz is not just a regional concern. Any conflict here carries immediate and serious global ramifications. The potential for miscalculation is high, and a single confrontation could quickly escalate, demanding global attention. Conflict in this choke point could immediately shake global shipping lanes and lead to volatility in energy markets worldwide. The destabilizing effects would ripple out, risking political stability and security far beyond the immediate confines of the Gulf region. And yet, Hormuz is more than tension. It's a place of profound history, vibrant culture, and enduring trade routes that predate modern conflicts. Beyond the military threats, this sea is an ancient pathway for trade, culture, and human interaction that continues to define the region. Understanding Hormuz requires balancing its critical military and economic realities with its enduring human and historical significance. Thank you for watching. Hormuz Island, a place often heard of but rarely truly seen. Beyond the geopolitical headlines lies a landscape of staggering natural beauty. Welcome to Hormuz, a small island in the Persian Gulf, steeped in history and characterized by a unique geology that gives it an otherworldly appearance. Beyond the military shadow and strategic importance, Hormuz is an island of vivid contrast, where danger, history, and raw, hidden beauty exist side by side. Join us as we explore the island's most stunning sights, from the iconic red beaches and colorful Mineral Valley to the cold salt caves and the ancient fortress overlooking the sea. Our first stop is the famous red beaches. Imagine a shoreline where the sand isn't gold or white, but a deep, mesmerizing crimson. The fine red sand here is so rich in iron oxide that when the waves recede, the color bleeds into the water, creating a stunning visual effect like ink spilled on paper. This unique geology is a testament to the island's mineral-rich composition, painting the coastline in truly unforgettable hues. Next, we journey inland to the Mineral Valley, a place where the earth itself erupts in a spectrum of vibrant colors. Here, mountains and soil are striped with yellow, purple, blue, and orange, a kaleidoscope created by concentrated mineral deposits. These stunning pigments result from the island's geological formation as a salt dome, pushing various minerals to the surface over millennia. Deep within the salt dome, we find the mesmerizing salt caves, a cold, quiet, and dramatically beautiful underground world. The air is distinctly cold inside, and the walls glisten, entirely made of crystalline salt, reflecting light like 1,000 tiny mirrors. From salt waterfalls to massive salt columns, the mesmerizing formations within these caves are constantly evolving natural sculptures. Shifting from natural wonder to human history, we explore the ruins of the Portuguese fortress of Hormuz. Standing proudly on a strategic coastal point, this ancient fortress offers breathtaking views, overlooking the turbulent blue waters of the Persian Gulf. Built by the Portuguese in the 16th century, the fortress is a tangible reminder of Hormuz's vital role in global trade routes and colonial history. Hormuz Island is more than just a strategic point. It is a destination where natural and historical wonders converge. It's where military shadows, ancient history, and spectacular hidden beauty meet dramatically at the edge of the sea. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Hormuz Island, a truly unique and resilient place. Welcome to an in-depth look at one of the world's most critical maritime passages, the Strait of Hormuz, often referred to as the global oil lifeline. The Strait of Hormuz is more than just a waterway. It's a vital choke point governing global energy supplies and trade. Geographically, the Strait of Hormuz is strategically positioned, separating Iran on the north coast from Oman on the south. This narrow channel serves as the sole maritime gateway, linking the oil-rich Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and, subsequently, the vast Arabian Sea. Its significance cannot be overstated, as the strait is fundamental to the world's energy supply, impacting economies everywhere. For maritime oil transit, the Strait of Hormuz is a vital choke point, meaning any disruption here has immediate global consequences. Consider this. The strait controls the passage of crude oil that accounts for up to 21% of total global oil consumption. But where is all this oil headed? The primary destinations for the crude oil passing through the strait are concentrated in one major region. In particular, over 70% of the crude oil flowing through this narrow strait is destined specifically for rapidly growing Asian economies. This massive reliance on the strait makes it absolutely vital for the national interests of major Asian industrial powers like China, Japan, and India. The flow of oil is inextricably linked to national security, making any potential instability in the strait a major global concern. For nations dependent on this oil, the stable passage through the Strait of Hormuz is truly a core national security issue. The geopolitical significance of the strait ensures that it remains a potential flashpoint, attracting attention from global powers invested in stable energy markets. To wrap up, let's summarize the indispensable role of the Strait of Hormuz in the global landscape. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a geographic feature, it is the vital bottleneck that fuels the global economy, especially Asia. The stability of the Strait of Hormuz is a shared responsibility, demanding international cooperation to ensure the safe and stable passage of this global oil lifeline. Welcome to the Strategic Edge, Control in the Strait of Hormuz. We explore how this critical choke point dictates global strategy. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most consequential narrow passages, a place where geography meets geopolitics. Our story begins with a seemingly quiet place, Qeshm Island, located along Iran's southern coast, right beside the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow corridor of water. Though small, its strategic importance to global trade is immense. In this confined space, decisions feel heavier, and the air of tension is palpable. The presence here is anything but accidental. Warships from several nations operate in nearby waters. Escort missions, surveillance flights, and maritime drills unfold against a horizon that is rarely relaxed. The geography leaves little room for maneuvering. Every vessel follows a defined path. Every movement is noticed and carefully watched by the superpowers. The power of this strait comes from concentration. It serves as a vital artery for the global economy, linking energy producers and consumers. A vast share of global seaborne oil trade passes through this narrow gate each day, a testament to its necessity for world energy supply. Along with oil, a significant portion of the world's liquefied natural gas shipments also relies on crossing these very waters. This highlights the paradox of this place. The global economy is built on enormous numbers and vast networks. Energy markets on distant continents depend entirely on ships crossing these waters without interruption. One delay here can instantly ripple across refineries, shipping routes, and financial centers far away, proving the fragility of global supply chains. Control does not always require conquest. In a vital choke point like this, a different kind of power emerges. Sometimes, control requires nothing more than the power to interrupt the flow, impacting global systems without direct conflict. Qeshm Island, a quiet island geographically, but strategically, it represents a hard edge of geopolitical strategy in the modern world. Welcome to an in-depth look at Qeshm Island, an unassuming landmass that acts like a long stone gate at one of the world's most critical choke points, the Strait of Hormuz. Qeshm Island is geographically positioned to command a view over this narrow passage, making it a pivotal location in global maritime affairs. The island appears dry, exposed, almost austere. Its calm facade belies the immense strategic importance of its location. To one side of Qeshm, the vast Persian Gulf narrows significantly, leading directly out toward the open sea. To the other side, Iran's mainland is densely packed with ports, radar installations, and vital military infrastructure, all gathering near the strait. The strategic importance of these waters cannot be overstated. They are a major conduit for the world's traded energy, essential to the global economy. The apparent calm of the sea is profoundly deceptive. These waters carry a large, disproportionate share of the world's most valuable traded commodity, energy. Qeshm stands close enough to the shipping lanes to watch this movement at an intimate range, providing unparalleled surveillance capability. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most vital energy transit points, defining global energy supply lines. In 2024, approximately 20 million barrels of crude oil move through Hormuz each day, a testament to its critical role. Furthermore, roughly one-fifth of the world's global liquefied natural gas trade also passes through this narrow, critical waterway. From ground like Qeshm, sheer geography is transformed into powerful strategic leverage in international relations. As shipping lanes compress in the strait, the required distance for effective surveillance dramatically shortens. A vessel passing through the Strait of Hormuz is not merely crossing water. It enters a complex field of calculation where risk and strategy intersect. Given the high stakes, militarization feels like an inherent feature built into the landscape of the Strait of Hormuz. The environment here is defined by military readiness, reinforcing the sensitive nature of this global trade route. Iranian naval and missile forces actively operate across this strategic corridor, maintaining a substantial architecture of pressure. Qeshm Island sits squarely within the shadow of this architecture, constantly under military observation. The logic is ancient yet enduring. Control the threshold, and you fundamentally influence everything that passes beyond it. Welcome to our analysis of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical and geopolitically significant waterways. The Strait of Hormuz is recognized globally as a critical choke point. It's a passage where modern mapping techniques, though refined with better sensors, follow methods established long ago. This narrow body of water is the only sea passage from the Persian Gulf to the open ocean, linking it to the wider Arabian Sea. Crucially positioned is Hormuz Island, which shares its name with this tension-filled strait, sitting right beside the inner curve of the passage. Controlling the flow through the strait requires sophisticated monitoring and control systems, essential for managing one of the world's highest volumes of maritime traffic. Today, advanced sensor technology is paramount. Radar stations tirelessly scan the channel, providing real-time oversight of all movements. Patrol boats constantly move through the heavy traffic lanes, ensuring safety and security within the strait's highly congested waters. Military outposts and advanced surveillance contribute to its status as one of the most monitored passages on Earth. Across the wider strait, Iran maintains significant military capabilities that directly influence the geopolitical balance of the region. Iran operates dozens of fast attack craft specifically designed for quote, swarm tactics, a method intended to overwhelm larger naval forces. These forces are supported by coastal missile batteries and naval bases strategically spread along the entire shoreline. Anti-ship missiles like the No and Carter boast ranges well over 100 kilometers, effectively placing most of the Strait of Hormuz within range. The strategic importance of the Strait of Hormuz remains undisputed, cemented by its vital role in global energy transport and the ever-present geopolitical dynamics of the region. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most critical choke points for global trade. Let's explore its strategic importance. Connecting the Persian Gulf to the open ocean, the Strait of Hormuz is an essential passage for maritime traffic. This narrow body of water is a crucial channel for much of the world's oil supply and international shipping. Due to its geography, large tankers must adhere to highly predictable established routes through the strait. The confined nature of the strait makes surveillance a critical factor for all military and political actors in the region. Unmanned aerial vehicles and surveillance drones extend that visibility even farther, monitoring activity around the clock. In some sections, the shipping lanes themselves narrow to only a few kilometers in each direction, increasing the strategic tension. Military planners understand the implication of these narrow, predictable routes immediately. It's a high-stakes geopolitical game. A small island near a narrow gate becomes more than land. It becomes a military position of immense value. Iran plays a crucial role in controlling the northern boundary of the strait, placing it firmly on the military and political chessboard. However, it's not just Iran. Oman's geography is equally strategic, controlling the southern side of the strait. Oman also joins the military and political chessboard at the Strait of Hormuz, making it a shared point of control. The Musandam Peninsula forms the northern tip of Oman, thrusting into the Strait of Hormuz like a powerful stone gate. Here, a wall of mountains meets the sea, naturally constricting the passage and narrowing the water into a calculation of power and control. The Strait of Hormuz remains a focal point of global security, energy supply, and international political maneuvering. From narrow shipping lanes to strategic military positions, the Strait of Hormuz is truly one of the world's most critical geographical features. Welcome to an in-depth look at the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical and sensitive maritime corridors. This narrow passage is vital for global energy supplies, linking the Persian Gulf to the open sea. From above, the coastline fractures into long, fjord-like inlets. These natural inlets hide crucial harbors and strategic observation points. We are now passing between the shores of Oman and the land across the narrow channel. Across that narrow channel lies Iran. Between these shores, they pass one of the most sensitive maritime corridors on Earth. The channel manages inbound and outbound shipping lanes. Each of these lanes measures only a few kilometers across. The two lanes are separated by only a small buffer of open water. Every tanker entering or leaving the Persian Gulf must adhere to these tight, designated routes. The predictability of these routes in such a critical location invites constant surveillance. Predictable routes are essential for safety, but they also naturally invite surveillance from neighboring nations and international forces. And where there is surveillance, strategy follows, as nations monitor the movement of global commerce. Here, Oman acts as the vital eye, ensuring the smooth coordination of maritime traffic. They coordinate traffic flow using a sophisticated radar station. This crucial radar station is strategically located at the top of Harim mountain, over 2,000 meters high. Oman's primary operational focus is centered around the Traffic Separation Scheme, or TSS. Oman's mission is to meticulously operate this traffic separation scheme. The TSS is a strict maritime traffic rule designed precisely to prevent collisions in these extremely tight spaces, ensuring safety in one of the world's most vital waterways. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most critical maritime choke points in the world, and its military dimensions are profound. The constant military presence in and around the Strait of Hormuz reflects the geopolitical reality of this vital corridor. Iran's naval forces play a key role in the strait, maintaining a strong operational capability along its northern shoreline. These forces operate hundreds of patrol craft and missile boats designed for swift action in the confined waters. In addition, Iran maintains coastal defense systems strategically positioned along the northern shoreline of the strait. A significant element of the military equation is the threat posed by anti-ship missiles. These missiles possess ranges exceeding 100 kilometers, extending Iran's operational reach far into the corridor. This range effectively places much of the critical shipping corridor within the reach of Iranian anti-ship capabilities across the water. On the other side, Western and regional navies maintain a counter-presence to ensure maritime security. These navies conduct regular patrol rotations, primarily to escort commercial vessels and protect global shipping interests. A critical part of their mission is the continuous monitoring of the passage to maintain situational awareness and deter hostile acts. This brings us to the importance of Musandam, the Omani enclave that holds significant strategic weight in the strait. The mountains of Musandam don't just offer a beautiful view of the sea, they provide a crucial elevated perspective. More than just a view, these mountains overlook leverage, a geographic strategic advantage in this narrow corridor. In a maritime environment as tight as the Strait of Hormuz, geography itself becomes a central element of military strategy. The inherent narrowness of the corridor amplifies the importance of any geographic feature that offers a commanding view or control. This principle holds true. In this narrow passage, physical geography dictates the terms of military and economic strategy. As a result of this high-stakes environment, the air and sea passage is under constant and intense radar surveillance. The radars of both sides, Iranian and Allied, are constantly active, monitoring every movement within this critical waterway. Welcome to a deep dive into one of the world's most strategically vital waterways, the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a passage, it's a global artery, constantly monitored and essential to global trade and energy. This narrow channel connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean, serving as the sole maritime exit for major oil-producing nations. Sailors navigating this corridor often describe an intense atmosphere, feeling, quote, gun barrels were pointed directly at them from both sides due to the continuous presence of military observation. The unique geography of the Strait of Hormuz creates extremely restrictive conditions for the enormous volume of traffic it handles. Between Arabian Island and the Musandam Peninsula, the strait contracts to just about 33 kilometers at its tightest point. Despite the 33-kilometer contraction, the usable shipping lanes are far smaller, measuring only about 3 kilometers wide in each direction. These narrow lanes are separated by an even narrower buffer zone, strictly dictating where massive commercial vessels can travel. The constricted geometry of the strait imposes a mandatory structure, forcing the world's most valuable maritime cargo into disciplined and predictable lines. This predictability is a double-edged sword, ensuring efficient passage but also creating a critical vulnerability for concentrated assets. In recent years, nearly one-third of the world's entire seaborne oil trade has had to cross this single essential choke point. The smooth, uninterrupted flow through the Strait of Hormuz is directly linked to the stable functioning of the global energy market. Thousands of commercial vessels, from oil tankers to container ships, navigate this corridor annually, highlighting the sheer scale of the global dependence on this route. They carry the energy that fuels industries, powers cities, and sustains power grids across multiple continents. The Strait of Hormuz remains a critical and sensitive maritime passageway, fundamental to international security and economic stability. Its unique physical constraints and vital economic role ensure that the Strait of Hormuz will always be a central focus of geopolitical and energy-related discussion. Welcome. We are exploring one of the world's most critical and volatile maritime choke points, the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow channel is far more than just a passage. It is a strategic trigger point that holds immense geopolitical and economic significance. The strait is the sole maritime exit from the Persian Gulf, linking it directly to the open waters of the Arabian Sea. When space is this compressed, every movement, every vessel, and every military asset gains magnified value. This compression turns a passage into a trigger point. In a wider sea, surveillance observes. But here, the constraint of the strait allows that same surveillance to actively pressure opposing forces. Fast attack craft, coastal missile batteries, drones, and patrol aircraft all become incredibly valuable in this tight corridor. The confined geography means that standard monitoring and surveillance measures are quickly converted into direct military pressure. The strait has been the site of frequent historical tensions and remarkably close encounters between rival naval forces. There were times when American warships and Iranian patrol boats sailed so close that the proximity created immediate, intense interaction. Soldiers on both sides could clearly see each other's faces through binoculars and hear each other's challenging radio broadcasts amidst the sound of the waves. On the red soil of Hormuz Island, a fragment of another century stands watch, the Portuguese fort of Hormuz. Red stone above quiet water, its thick walls face a restless street, overlooking the narrow sea. Built in the early 16th century, the fortress was erected after Portuguese forces seized control of Hormuz Island. The objective was clear: command the vital maritime trade routes between India, Persia, and Arabia. The legacy of Hormuz as a strategic gateway remains today, though the commodities are oil and container ships, not spices. The Strait of Hormuz continues to serve as a critical passage and a place where global power dynamics meet in compressed geography. From the ramparts of the old fort, the horizon remains wide and deceptively calm, yet the significance of this trigger point is never far from mind. Welcome to the Silent Citadel, Guardian of the Passage, a journey into the history and enduring presence of a fortress built to protect one of the world's most vital waterways. Stone by stone, generations shaped this citadel, an imposing guardian over a passage of immense global importance. This fortress was designed to watch and protect one of the most valuable passages in the known world, a choke point for international commerce. Imagine the waters below, a lifeline connecting continents, rich with the bounty of distant lands. Ships once approached these waters carrying spices, silk, pearls, and silver, commodities from distant ports across the Indian Ocean. This route, traversing the Indian Ocean, was and remains a crucial artery of global economy, fueling empires and cultures. Walk with us through the ancient fortifications, where every stone tells a story of perseverance. Up close, the structure feels weathered by centuries of wind and sun, yet it stands patient, awaiting the next sunrise. Its walls reveal its origins. Red earth mixes with local coral stone, blending defense with the very landscape it defends. Empty arches, once positions for centuries, now serve as timeless frames, capturing the vast, endless blue of the sea beyond. The fortress carries an air of quiet solitude, disturbed only by the constant, rhythmic breath of the ocean. The sound of waves crashing reaches the stone courtyard, a deep echo long after the soldiers and the clamor of war have gone. Feel the intense heat and watch the white wind towers above the quiet harbor, a constant presence over this ancient watchtower. This citadel has seen millennia of change, observing the rise and fall of global powers from its fixed position. Empires rose and fell, trade routes shifted and evolved, but the passage it guards never truly lost its value. Through all the centuries of change, the fort still watches the same street, a silent sentinel of continuity. It remains a quiet witness beside a passage that has rarely lost its strategic and economic importance to the world. The story of this citadel is the story of trade, power, and permanence in an ever-changing world. The enduring legacy of this ancient citadel is a testament to the power of human intention, securing vital connections for centuries. Welcome to Loft Old City, a place where architecture and nature unite. We explore this historic Persian Gulf town, shaped by wind and water. Loft Old City stands as a testament to ingenuity, surviving centuries on the northern coast of Qeshm Island. This town's unique environment, facing the tidal channels of the Persian Gulf, has profoundly shaped its existence and architecture. Located along the northern coast of Qeshm Island, Loft Old City overlooks the strategic waters leading to the Strait of Hormuz. The architecture here reflects a deep connection to the environment, utilizing local materials for sustainability and comfort. The houses are built from essential local materials, coral stone, clay, and sun-baked earth, materials perfectly suited for the harsh climate. Narrow, winding alleys provide much-needed shade and further help in cooling the residential areas. Dominating the skyline are the famous wind catchers, or bejirs, a brilliant example of ancient passive cooling technology. Dozens of tall, slender towers rise above the rooftops, characteristic of this unique coastal town. These towers are ingeniously designed to pull cool air down from above into the shaded rooms below, providing natural air conditioning. When the wind arrives from the sea, the towers whisper softly, a natural symphony across the rooftops. For centuries, Loft Old City played a crucial role as a small but busy port, connected to vast maritime trade networks. The port watched the continuous flow of traffic through the busy waters of the Strait of Hormuz, a key choke point in global trade. Sailors from distant lands, Arabia, Persia, and the Indian Ocean, anchored here, making it a true melting pot of cultures. Loft Old City served as a vital link, carrying goods along trade routes that connected distant coasts and economies. From its cooling towers to its ancient port, Loft Old City is a captivating place where history, wind, and water converge. Experience this historic place defined by its unique environment and lasting legacy on the Persian Gulf. Welcome to Qeshm Island, home to an ancient maritime tradition that continues to thrive against a modern backdrop. Our journey begins at Laf's Harbor, a vital location where tradition meets the tidal flats of the Gulf. The harbor and its nearby mangrove forests offer essential shelter for the wooden dhow vessels that navigate the Gulf's tidal flats. In Laf's Harbor, time seems to slow down, offering a sense of peace rarely found in the bustling modern world. The stone courtyards of the town are bathed in warm sunlight, adding to the tranquil atmosphere. Even with the slow pace, the village is filled with quiet reminders of a community deeply rooted in its history and traditions. Near the shoreline, fishing boats drift lazily, continuing the ancient livelihood of the island's inhabitants. The iconic wind towers still rise above the village skyline, a testament to the ingenious ways this community has adapted to the harsh environment. This community long ago mastered the art of living harmoniously with the heat, the sea, and the passage of time. Despite being a militarized island, Qeshm is recognized for its traditional craft, listed as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage. This recognition highlights the importance of traditional skills, even on a place like Qeshm Island. This traditional craft of building and sailing Iranian lenge boats in the Persian Gulf was formally recognized by UNESCO in 2011. The heritage listing specifically pertains to the traditional skills used for building and sailing the Iranian lenge boats. These essential traditional shipyards stretch along the shores of Qeshm Island, right beside the calm waters of the Persian Gulf. You can witness these traditional shipyards in action, lining the coast and preserving this centuries-old craft. The calm waters of the Persian Gulf provide the perfect setting for these historic vessels and the continuation of this invaluable cultural heritage. Welcome to Qeshm, where an ancient maritime tradition lives on. Join us to discover the timeless craft of building the majestic wooden dhows. We begin our journey where the future ships rest, emerging from the sand of the shipyard. Here, the skeletons of these wooden vessels slowly rise from the ground, marking the start of a monumental construction. Thick beams are carefully curved, forming the upward shape, much like the ribs of a living creature, giving structure to the dhow. This labor is one of pure craftsmanship, demanding precision, patience, and deep knowledge of the materials. Craftsmen move with intention and care across the massive wooden frames, each step a testament to years of experience. With simple tools, saw, hammer, and patient hands, they meticulously shape planks, fitting them perfectly to the evolving hull. The rhythm of the tools carries across the yard. Wood answers with a hollow, steady sound, creating the unique symphony of the shipyard. These majestic vessels are not just boats, they are a living part of the long and storied maritime tradition of the Gulf. For generations, the skills and knowledge required for this unique shipbuilding have been preserved, defining the seafaring culture of the region. The shipbuilders on Qeshm have been constructing these large wooden dhows for centuries, passing down the trade from master to apprentice. The role of these dhows in history is monumental, connecting vast regions and enabling cultural exchange. These majestic vessels once carried vital cargo and travelers, forging trade links between Persia, Arabia, India, and the coast of East Africa. While the world of shipping has modernized, the scale and traditional methods of dhow building are remarkable. Even today, some of these traditionally built ships can measure more than 30 meters in length, a testament to the enduring techniques. They are built almost entirely by hand, relying on techniques and knowledge passed down through generations from master to apprentice. The traditional dhow builders of Qeshm continue to preserve a vital piece of maritime history and an inspiring craft for the modern world. Welcome to Qeshm Island, a place where age-old craftsmanship meets breathtaking natural beauty. We're exploring its traditional boat building and its UNESCO Geopark. Our journey begins with the island's rich tradition of shipbuilding, a craft passed down through generations in the Persian Gulf. Up close, the craft reveals quiet precision. Curved planks meet without visible gaps, a testament to the skill of the builders. Ropes tighten the structure before metal fastenings are even set into place, showcasing the strength of traditional methods. The moment arrives, a finished vessel finally touches the water for the first time. When a finished vessel finally touches water, it's a silent milestone. The harbor grows briefly silent as another ship joins the old roots of the Persian Gulf, carrying on the maritime tradition. But if you're still surprised, Qeshm Island has another secret, a UNESCO heritage site at Qeshm Geopark. This reveals Qeshm Island's incredible natural heritage, recognized globally by UNESCO. Qeshm Geopark stretches across the great island that guards the vital Strait of Hormuz. Here at the Geopark, the landscape offers a stunning contrast to the sea, where nature's forces have been at work for millennia. The land appears carved rather than built, shaped by powerful natural elements. Narrow canyons twist dramatically through pale rock, creating intricate passages. And as you walk, the wind moves through them with a low, hollow voice, a reminder of the raw power of nature. Qeshm Island offers a unique blend of human ingenuity in its traditional crafts and the magnificent artistry of nature in its geopark. Discover the dual heritage of Qeshm Island, where the rhythm of the waves meets the whispers of the canyon winds. Plan your visit today. Welcome to an island where every stone tells a story. This is the island of ancient Earth, a geopark story. Prepare to explore a breathtaking, primeval landscape that feels untouched by the modern world. Hard sunlight burns across exposed ridges before falling suddenly into shadow, illustrating the stark beauty of the terrain. The island reads like an open geological manuscript, revealing the long, slow history of Earth. Layer after layer, nothing here feels young. This is very old ground, dating back millions of years. The visible stratification emphasizes the immense age of this land, a place where time is measured in epochs. This remarkable landscape forms the Middle East's first UNESCO global geopark, recognizing its immense geological value. The continuous process of erosion has sculpted the island, revealing fascinating geological features. Erosion reveals salt domes, folded sedimentary hills, and other formations that tell of past tectonic activity. Long valleys carve through the land, shaped by water that vanished ages ago, leaving behind these silent canyons. Take a moment to observe the intimate details of the island's ancient rock. In places, the rock crumbles like dry clay beneath the hand, a testament to its fragility and age. In others, it shines with crystals of salt, evidence of ancient seas and mineral deposits. Despite the harsh, arid conditions, life remarkably finds space to thrive here. Mangrove forests breathe along the tidal shores, adapting to the salty environment and creating essential ecosystems. Birds cross the quiet sky above the valleys, a gentle counterpoint to the powerful geology below. The island embodies the persistent, patient nature of our planet's ongoing evolution. Wind returns again and again through the stone corridors, whispering tales of millennia. The island listens patiently, as Earth is writing its slow, magnificent story. Let's temporarily forget about military equipment and political tensions. We're going to show you where stone becomes color and geology becomes art, the Rainbow Valley on Hormuz Island. This is Rainbow Valley on Hormuz Island, a small volcanic island near the entrance of the Persian Gulf. Moving beyond politics, we will show you a natural masterpiece where stone becomes color and geology becomes art. Hormuz is a small volcanic island located strategically near the entrance of the Persian Gulf. The ground here reveals an astonishing palette of minerals, the source of the valley's incredible colors. The valley's ground unveils a stunning and complex palette of minerals. This palette is formed by layers of iron oxide, sulfur compounds, and salt deposits. These minerals vividly stain the hills in bands of color, transforming the landscape. The whole valley feels almost unreal, a natural canvas painted with unbelievable hues. Slopes of crimson earth descend right beside ridges of striking gold and orange. Dark volcanic rock appears between the colors, like brushstrokes on an enormous canvas. No human hand can ever arrange these colors. The planet did, shaped by heat, pressure, and time. Beyond the colors, the valley itself offers a serene and natural environment. Wind moves softly across the valley floor, creating a sense of calm and movement. This soft breeze carries grains of brightly tinted sand along narrow paths between the hills. Rainbow Valley is more than just a colorful landscape. It's a profound display of geological artistry. It serves as a powerful reminder of the Earth's raw, natural artistry and beauty. We hope you get a chance to visit this incredible geological masterpiece someday. Welcome to Hormuz Island, a true geological masterpiece in the Persian Gulf. Prepare to explore one of the most extraordinary and unique landscapes on Earth, shaped by immense geological forces. With every storm and rainfall, the landscape here continually reshapes itself, mixing minerals into new, vibrant patterns across the desert ground. Hormuz Island reveals itself as a hidden laboratory of minerals, a spectacle of geological diversity. The forces beneath the Earth's crust have quietly painted one of the most extraordinary landscapes found anywhere in the Persian Gulf. These powerful forces beneath the crust are responsible for the island's unique and vibrant appearance. You are witnessing one of the most extraordinary and geologically rich landscapes in the entire Persian Gulf region. What kind of island hides rivers of salt beneath its surface? And what kind of mountain slowly dissolves into caves of crystal and shadow? Hormuz is that unique island, concealing vast quantities of salt beneath its colorful exterior. Here, mountains are actively dissolving, giving rise to awe-inspiring caves filled with crystals and deep shadows. Deep within Hormuz Island lies one of the Persian Gulf's most unusual landscapes, the Hormuz Salt Cave. This natural wonder is a key feature, making the island a truly distinctive location globally. The Hormuz Salt Cave winds through a vast salt dome pushed upward from deep beneath the Earth's crust. Immense pressure slowly lifted these ancient mineral layers toward the surface, creating the unique structures we see today. The geology of Hormuz Island offers a breathtaking look at the forces of nature at work. Come and discover the geological wonders of Hormuz Island for yourself. Welcome to the luminous labyrinth of Hormuz Salt Caves, a hidden world of crystals and underground chambers. Beneath the rugged hills of Hormuz lies a secret, a spectacular cavern carved by time and salt. Step inside. Here, it's salt above, salt below, silence between. The outside world fades away, replaced by an ancient stillness. As you enter the salt cave, the air cools quickly, a refreshing contrast to the outside world, setting the stage for a unique experience. We venture deeper into the salt cavern, where geology meets beauty, creating a breathtaking underground landscape. The walls of white and amber salt shimmer under the faint light, a dazzling display of crystallized minerals. These luminous surfaces reflect subtle tones of gold, pink, and gray, adding depth and warmth to the underground chamber. The salt surface transitions between smooth, polished areas and jagged sections, where mineral crystals have grown over centuries. This labyrinth is a living testament to slow, patient geological processes that continue to shape the earth beneath our feet. These magnificent mineral crystals are not instant creations. They are formations that have been growing slowly over centuries. Look closely at the floor, where small streams of mineral water trickle through, carrying the essence of the rock. This water is an architect, dissolving salt and carving narrow channels deeper into the rock, constantly reshaping the cave. The Hormuz Salt Caves are not static. They are in a state of continuous transformation, dictated by the slow clock of the earth. Drop by drop, the cavern continues to reshape itself, a masterpiece evolving across vast spans of geological time. From the outside, Hormuz appears dry and rugged. Yet, beneath its colorful hills flows this hidden world of crystals and underground chambers. Stone dissolving, working patiently over time, the earth slowly transforms solid rock into a luminous labyrinth of salt and shadow. Welcome to the Musandam Peninsula, often called the Norway of Arabia. These stunning waterways offer a truly unique and striking natural spectacle. We begin our journey in the Musandam Peninsula, a rugged enclave of Oman separated from the rest of the country by the United Arab Emirates. Here, narrow sea channels wind dramatically between towering desert mountains, creating an unforgettable landscape. The calm water acts as a mirror, perfectly reflecting the sheer cliffs of stone and shadow that define the channels. These dramatic sea inlets are often referred to as the Arabian Fjords, due to their striking resemblance to their Nordic counterparts. The rugged mountains of the Musandam Peninsula plunge steeply and dramatically into the blue waters of the Strait of Hormuz. Over thousands of years, immense tectonic forces slowly lifted these deep limestone ranges, shaping the foundations of this unique geography. Simultaneously, the relentless movement of the sea slowly carved deep inlets and sheltered anchorages between the mountains. Seeing these majestic cliffs from the water offers an entirely new perspective on their scale and beauty. From the level of the sea, the desert cliffs appear immense, rising hundreds of feet directly out of the ocean. You can clearly see the layers of pale rock rising in quiet, massive steps above narrow bays and hidden coves. The environment here is defined by the interaction between the harsh desert mountains and the clear, tranquil sea. The sea moves gently through these sheltered channels, preserving a sense of calm and reflection within the deep inlets. As the water nears the shore and its depth changes, its color shifts beautifully from a deep, profound blue to a bright, vibrant turquoise. Traditional wooden boats, known as dhows, glide effortlessly across the surface, connecting modern life with ancient seafaring traditions. The Musandam Peninsula offers a breathtaking fusion of desert majesty and maritime serenity. It remains a unique and striking natural wonder, inviting all who visit to explore its hidden beauty. Welcome to Musandam, often called the Norway of Arabia. Prepare to be captivated by a landscape where mountains plunge dramatically into the sea. Musandam, a unique exclave of Oman, offers one of the most striking coastal landscapes on the Arabian Peninsula. Here, fishermen travel between small coastal villages, tucked into sheltered inlets along the rugged shoreline. The wind moves along the towering cliffs, where seabirds circle the high ridges, embracing the dramatic scale of the environment. Despite their dramatic scale, the Arabian fjords remain peaceful places where mountains, sea, and human life share the same narrow spaces. This is Musandam, where the desert does not end at the shore. It is one of the most striking coastal landscapes of the Arabian Peninsula. Here, the desert simply falls into the sea, creating that uniquely striking coastal feature. Now let's turn our attention to the imposing mountain that dominates this landscape. A pale mountain rises dramatically above the Arabian fjords, with the wind moving quietly across its high ridges of stone. Jebel Harim stands as the highest peak of the Musandam Peninsula in northern Oman. The mountains here hold secrets of a time long past, written in stone. The mountain slopes reveal layers of ancient limestone, formed beneath a prehistoric ocean long before the Arabian Peninsula rose from the sea. Remarkably, fossils of coral and marine shells still appear in the rock. These fossils serve as reminders that these desert heights were once submerged deep underwater. Despite the dramatic geology, human life thrives in this challenging yet beautiful environment. Stone terraces descend through the narrow valleys, showcasing the ingenuity of the local inhabitants. Musandam is truly a unique blend of natural drama and peaceful, enduring human life. Welcome to a world of extremes. Join us as we explore the fascinating survival stories of the desert mountains. The landscape feels incredibly harsh, defined by stone, wind, and relentless heat. Yet life persists here in surprising ways. These arid, rugged mountains present an immense challenge to any creature seeking to call them home. But within these canyons and cliffs, a vibrant and resilient ecosystem thrives, far from easy sight. First, meet the Arabian tar, masters of the high elevations. These agile mountain goats move with quiet precision. They scale the steep, unforgiving cliffs with incredible ease, relying on their grip and balance. Their dexterity allows them to cross narrow, treacherous ledges, accessing remote grazing areas. This elevation is their fortress, a place where few predators possess the skill or stamina to follow. As day turns to dusk, another creature emerges, the desert fox, a small hunter of the lower ravines. They skillfully navigate the rocky ravines and valleys, their activity peaking as the intense heat subsides. Their keen senses help them search for small prey, primarily insects, rodents, and other tiny life forms hidden amongst the stones. Above the slopes, the mountain air belongs to the birds of prey, constantly circling and observing. They catch the rising air currents, providing a perfect vantage point over the vast, rugged terrain below. Egyptian vultures glide effortlessly along the mountain thermals, conserving energy as they survey the expanse for carrion. Meanwhile, kestrels hover in mid-air, locking onto movement before diving swiftly toward the ground for an instant kill. The foundation of this ecosystem lies in the hidden life that battles the dryness every day. Scattered shrubs and hardy grasses somehow find pockets of soil between the rocks to anchor and grow. These seemingly small patches of green sustain all the animals that survive here, providing vital nutrition and moisture. This is a fragile ecosystem, perfectly shaped by the relentless forces of heat, wind, and altitude. Thank you for exploring the resilience of desert mountain life. Welcome to an extraordinary journey to one of Oman's most remote and unique locations, Kumzar, the hidden village on the Strait of Hormuz. Our journey begins high up on the silent slopes of Jebel Harim, a magnificent desert mountain. This harsh landscape reveals a profound truth. Even the most challenging environments can quietly support life, resilient and enduring. This resilience brings us to the final destination of our journey, tracing the vital waters of the Strait of Hormuz. That final destination is Kumzar, a truly remote village located at the northern tip of Oman's dramatic Musandam Peninsula. Kumzar sits precisely on the northern tip of the Musandam Peninsula, an area known for its breathtaking and rugged beauty. The village is naturally isolated by rugged cliffs and the deep fjords, often referred to as the Norway of Arabia. Due to this isolation, the village remains accessible mostly by boat, making every arrival a special event. In Kumzar, daily life follows the timeless rhythm of the sea and the sun. Life moves gently in Kumzar, preserving a sense of peace rarely found in the modern world. Fishing boats leave the harbor at the crack of dawn, heading out into the Strait of Hormuz and return later with the day's fresh catch. Along the shore, evidence of this maritime life is everywhere, with fishing nets meticulously drying under the Arabian sun. Kumzar holds not only natural beauty, but also a rich, unique cultural identity. Children walk narrow paths, navigating the stone houses that stand facing the sea, where their families make their living. The people here speak Kumzari, a rare and fascinating language found almost nowhere else in the world, adding to the village's mystique. Kumzar is a place of enduring tradition and stark beauty, a hidden gem on the Strait of Hormuz that continues to live by the rhythms of the sea. Welcome to a journey exploring Kumzar, a remote village in Oman, and its unique, ancient language. Kumzar offers a glimpse into a culture deeply rooted in tradition, resisting the pull of modern life around the Arabian Gulf. Kumzar is strategically located near the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most vital waterways, adding to its geopolitical and cultural significance. Despite its small size, Kumzar holds a treasure, an ancient culture and a language that has defied time. The Kumzari language is spoken only in this isolated village, making it one of the most unique and endangered languages in the region. Kumzari is a fascinating linguistic blend, incorporating elements of Persian and Arabic, alongside older regional dialects. This unique blend reflects centuries of maritime trade and cultural exchange that passed through the waters surrounding Kumzar. Tucked away in the rugged mountains, the isolation of the village has ironically helped preserve the Kumzari language across generations. The cultural paradox of Kumzar is striking. A quiet, remote community existing powerfully alongside rapidly modernizing cities across the Gulf. While modern development reshapes the region, Kumzar remains a quiet testament to cultural resilience and powerful survival. Life in Kumzar is intrinsically linked to the rhythms shaped by fishing, the weather, and long-standing traditions. The commitment to their unique way of life ensures that Kumzari culture endures, not in isolation, but through intentional preservation. Traditional wooden boats, known as dhows, still rest on the sand, a visual link to Kumzar's seafaring past. In the harbor, voices speaking Kumzari travel across the water, a living language carried through countless generations. Kumzari culture is sustained by the deep, inseparable connection between the sea, the rugged mountains, and the tightly knit community. Kumzar is more than a remote village. It is a powerful example of how deep cultural roots can withstand the currents of globalization. As the journey through the Strait of Hormuz comes to a close, the water remains a silent, powerful observer of history. That enduring tension, like a stretched line across the sea's surface, lingers, marking the significance of this ancient, enduring place. Welcome to a journey to a place where geopolitical tension meets breathtaking natural wonder, the island of Hormuz. No one can say with certainty when the conflicts will end in this region. The world is watching, waiting, as tensions continue across borders and seas. Yet even in the midst of these complex geopolitical realities, one location stands out: the stunning island of Hormuz. Hormuz holds landscapes that will stay etched in your memory. You will remember the vibrant red sand touching the waves, a truly unique sight. You will remember the cliffs and mineral valleys like a painting that has not yet been given a name, rich with color and texture. You will remember the cold, shimmering salt caves. Standing proudly over the coastline are the ancient fortresses. These ancient fortresses look out over the sea like guardians of time, watching over the tense waters. Hormuz is not only a military hotspot, but it also carries a strange kind of allure, a magnetic pull of beauty and tension. Amidst the ongoing tension, nature continues to offer moments of tranquility. Even along one of the most tense maritime routes on Earth, the Strait of Hormuz, the power of nature remains. Nature still calmly creates its gentlest moments, reminding us of the world's inherent beauty. If this journey has helped you see the world with greater clarity and a deeper understanding of its complexities and beauty, we invite you to continue traveling with us, exploring more of the world's diverse stories. Subscribe to the channel to continue traveling and gaining new perspectives. Welcome to our video. We're starting with a big thank you for tuning in to today's content. This video is all about expressing our gratitude and looking forward to connecting with you again very soon. From all of us here, thank you so much for watching the content we shared today. Your support means the world to us. We hope the journey we took you on today was insightful, entertaining, or helpful to you in some way. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider becoming a part of our community. Please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future uploads. We have plenty of other videos and playlists waiting for you. Go check them out right after this to keep the good times rolling. Keeping up with you is important to us, so stay tuned for what's coming next. We extend our most sincere thanks once again. Your time and attention are highly valued. Wishing you all the best until we meet again in our next video adventure. We're already planning our next journey, and we can't wait to share it with you. See you soon.